Yo, good morning. Happy Friday. Happy Flex Friday. Happy Free Will Friday. Happy Fire Drill Friday, whatever you want to call it. This is Killer K-Rail. As you can see, my partner in crime, the lovely Miss Jill, is not here today. She's recalibrating from her 44th birthday yesterday. And in the event you didn't wish her happy birthday, please send her a happy belated birthday greeting. Now, if you would have told me 2 weeks ago that I was going to break my arm the day after 2 weeks ago and still be sitting here working out at the rate that I'm working out now, I would have told you you're crazy. So tomorrow will be the 2-week anniversary that my arm has been broken, that I fractured the radial neck in my left arm. And as you can see, I'm moving my arm around pretty well right now. I still have to go for a follow-up x-ray, and I have to get some PT going next week. Best case scenario. I'm having a hard time getting my insurance company to be taken at all these different places. So I'm like, what is the deal with that? Anyway, I always looked down my nose at the whole insurance thing until I was struck in with an injury. My suggestion is that paying insurance should go on a sliding scale. He who takes care of himself or she who takes care of herself pays very little, and those who don't and disregard their health and they flick cigarette butts in my face, no pun intended, and no offense to anybody who smokes, I think it should be a sliding scale. Everything else is a sliding scale in life. Why not do that too? But anyway, that's a whole other story. The bottom line is I'm actually very thankful that I have the movement ability that I do, and I can carry garbage bags as well because the streets are filthy in Park City. We're going to pick up trash first thing tomorrow morning. By the way, any of you local people listening to me right now, if you want to join us in picking up some trash tomorrow, we're going to hit 224. Send me a PM. We already have like 20 people on board. I'm so stoked about that. Anyway, where was I going with this? There was something I wanted to mention before I got back there. I guess what I want to know is, what is your biggest obstacle right now? And how are you going to overcome it? Because I was throwing this obstacle out of left field. God just came down and went boom and smacked me off my bike, broke my arm, jacked up my elbow, and I was like, instantly I was in shock mode for several days. But I recalibrated, I did a 4-day fast, I got centered, I got focused, and now I'm on the road to recovery. And a lot of you were saying, you're going to recover super fast and blah, blah, blah. Well, thank you for those wishes. I honestly feel like I am recovering pretty fast. Every day it just gets a little bit better and a little bit better. My biggest problem right now is I can't fully extend my arm, and I'm working on that personally, but I'm going to hand that over to the experts next week, and hopefully I'm going to find out exactly how well my bone is healing, first of all, and secondly, what the situation is with my elbow. Hopefully there's no major damage in there that needs like super heavy duty work down the road, and hopefully I'll be able to retaliate and recover soon. Anyway, one of the things that I personally love, and a lot of you have seen probably my videos, is kettlebells. And the reason why I love kettlebells so much is because they're so agile, and you can do so many things with them, and they're always doing a multitude of things for the body at the same time. They're burning a ton of calories, they're recruiting a lot of muscle fiber, you're always getting a core workout, you're improving your flexibility, you're improving your balance, and when you start doing complexes and putting 2 and 3 exercises together, you also fire up the brain cells like you wouldn't believe in a good way. So what that means is it has a transfer effect over to your neurological load, meaning that it helps improve your brain function, it helps you concentrate better, it helps your memorization skills, your cognitive function, etc. And in my opinion, complex movement patterns, all in general, especially when you do cross-body patterns, which you see me do a lot of as well, all transfer to reversing the aging process. I think it's a longevity thing. Because if you keep this straight up here and you keep it as sharp as a razor, everything else will fall into place. And if you always think positive thoughts and you see yourself in possession of that which you want, it all starts in the brain. You can't see yourself in possession of a good body without the brain. So by doing complex movements, you have to be really sharp and you have to be on game at all times. And you have to really think about what you're doing and the placement of your hands and the placement of your arms and your shoulders and your body and your feet. So anyway, as a one-armed man right now, I can't do my normal beefcake double kettlebell drills, but I can still do 1 kettlebell drills. And luckily, I'm 2 weeks past my injury, and I still feel like I'm maintaining a pretty good amount of muscle mass and definition before my accident occurred. So I'm going to step back, and I'm going to demonstrate another drill I was practicing this morning. And if I flub it up, please forgive me ahead of time. And this is kind of I wouldn't say it's a highly advanced drill, but it's definitely an advanced one. And if you have 0 kettlebell skills and you've never picked one up, I don't suggest you try to just rip this off the ground and start going, because there's certain things I'm doing, there's nuances that you don't really see me doing with the naked eye that I do every single time I pick up a kettlebell. So if you're looking to spice up your kettlebell workouts and you have some physical literacy already with the tool, then you might want to throw this into your mix and your blend. You're going to do it with both arms, alternating, or you can just do one side then the other. Obviously, I only got one good side. So I'm going to do it with one side. And I'm going to show you. So it's called I call this a dead clean rotational lunge press. So let me move Mr. Stability Ball out of the road. Make sure I'm in frame. Because remember, I'm pretty tall. I think I have to adjust the camera out just 1 millimeter. Okay, here we go. So we're going to straddle our kettlebell. Like so. We're going to pick it straight up off the ground and boom, we're going to pop it into a clean position. Then we're going to do is this. We're going to rotate our feet this way into a nice, you can call this a split squat or lunge position. And then we're going to lunge as we press the kettlebell over our head. Almost lost my balance. Then we're going to tuck it back in. We're going to turn back around, drop it back down, pick it right back up and repeat. Okay? So, let's do 5 of these. How about that? Here it is. Dead clean. Now we're going to turn. Tuck it in. You can make all the sound effects too. Speaking of sound effects, your goal is always to exhale on the exertion of force. So right here. I'm exerting force by pushing my arm up in the air. I'm going to do a side angle for you too, so you can see what I look like going into the clean position, right? Push your hips back. Now we're going to turn. One more. Turn. And bring it safely back to the floor. Okay, so there you go. That's a dead clean rotational lunge press. My heart rate's up. Did I mention that kettlebells burn a lot of calories as well? If I didn't, I'm reiterating it right now. So, go out there today, on this Friday, and whatever your biggest obstacle is, do one little thing that's going to knock that obstacle down a peg. For me, I've got a big obstacle I have to deal with every single day. And right now, my main focus is this. Get this arm moving and fixed as soon as freaking possible. So what am I doing? I'm pulling out all the stops. I'm getting good sleep. I'm finishing my meals early as I can in the day because eating late at night does bad things to your body and it kills your ability to recover. It doesn't kill it, but it greatly hinders it, and it also lowers your immune system. So I'm doing time-restricted eating. It's a form of fasting. I'm eating clean. I'm eating a lot of prebiotic and probiotic foods. I'm trying to boost my gut health. I'm still taking Roost Tox. I'm still taking Arnica. I'm drinking a lot of water. I'm avoiding foods that are inflammatory. I'm eating a lot of foods that are pro-inflammatory. Is that the right wording? Whatever foods reduce the risk of inflammation. I'm eating those. And I'm taking a calcium supplement, and I'm taking bone broth right now as well. I'm trying to get 2 doses of collagen in my diet a day as well. All within a time-restricted window of time. And I'm working out, and I'm doing some of my own PT exercises. And believe you me, I am chomping at the bit to get to get Indian clubs in my hands. I cannot wait to start working on circular patterns. So, Indian clubs are game changers. Maybe next week, when Jill's back on by my side, we will go into a little bit deeper about Indian clubs because I think it's something that you all need to know about. And a lot of you do, some of you do, and some of you don't. But if you've seen some of my videos in the past, I've got a ton of videos on Indian clubs, and they are game changers, and they're especially game changers when it comes to the rehabilitation of any kind of joint or muscle issue in the upper extremities. So, that being the case, go out there, one little step today to get past your major obstacle or obstacles. We all have them. They suck, yes, I know. But they're never going to go away. They're going to keep coming back. But the question is this: what are you going to do when they appear? And I hate to keep on sounding like a broken record, but Rocky Balboa nailed it when he said, it's not how hard you can hit, it's how hard you can get hit and keep getting up and keep moving forward. Something along those lines. That's how winning is done. Okay, I'm winning. I'm winning this war, and you're winning this war as well. Join me. Win your war. Don't be taken prisoner. You don't have to be negative. You don't have to be angry. You don't have to be butt heads with people. You don't have to do any of that. You have a choice to do anything you want. You can choose happy. You can choose avoidance from the negative, and you can choose the positive path. So, come and join me. And speaking of the positive path, I still have 4 miles to go today to get my 5-mile minimum. And if y'all want to hold me accountable for that, please do. And say, K-Rail, did you get your 5 miles in today? And if any of you want to join me, let me know that too. I'm always up for walking. I'm always up for hiking. If any of you are in town or live in town, hit me up. Okay, I've babbled on long enough. This is Killer K-Rail. I'm calling it Free Will Friday because I'm a big fan of Rush. And I'm going to go listen to Free Will on the ride home. And I'll flex too. Okay, see y'all later. Have a great weekend.